Hello, this is Dave Habit with the Ferris Group. I will be talking to you guys today about round six, um, how we did in round six last year, and what we're going to be doing for this year, what our strategies are, um, and if how our strategies have worked in the past, and what we plan to do from here on out. Um, so. Uh, if you could follow the slides along as I'm talking. Our uh, our strategy, one of the main points is that we decided to drop out of the traditional market, and we decided to take fast, which is our traditional product, and we have made it a low end product. We decided to do that because our main strategy is to focus on the low end market, and we also didn't meet the criteria. We didn't do well in one of our years to be able to compete in the traditional market, so we either had to drop out or turn it into a low end product. Um, so that's one of the main things with our strategy. We also are stopping production with high-end market. Uh, we don't we have stopped producing products for the high-end market. We still have it in our inventory, so we're still selling um, a little bit of it, but we're doing poorly in it in the high-end market. It's costing us money to keep it in our inventory, so we're actually going to make efforts to just try to get it out of our inventory, but it's going to be tough because the product is not too appealing to buy. Um, to talk about um, the other companies in our group, Andrews is doing the best. Um, they're a pretty well-rounded company, and they're really their numbers show it. Um, they had a cumulative profit of 92 million. They had profits of 34 million this year. Our main competitors are that are a threat. Andrews is one of them. Digby and Erie. Um, Digby seems to be going with a similar approach to us in the sense that they aren't in the traditional market, but they are in the low end market. They have an extra. They changed their traditional products to low end, and they also have two products in the high end. But we actually had a better year than them with the low end products. It's actually Andrews, and which their product's called is Acre, and Erie, which their product was I want to say it was Ebb. They outsold our products fast and feet. So they're the biggest threats to us. Their products fall perfectly in the perceptual map. Our goal is to meet the customer criteria better and be able to. The number one factor in the low end market is price. So we want to be able to produce better products than them. Uh, Putting the price probably at the lowest we can, and having the ideal age. So um, yeah, our main strategy is to dominate the low end market. It has been that way for the past couple years. We had a rough bump a couple years ago, but ever since we've been improving. This year, we had profits of 2,615,000. It's not where we want to be. We're not doing the best in the market, but it's a great improvement. We're all happy about it. I think the next few years we are going to do a lot better. Um, so yeah, we've just decided to stay in the low end market, and we're going to continue to try to keep all our products at a good value and keep them in the perceptual map. But but low end is our main focus. That's the area. That's our best products. So we think we are executing the strategy pretty well, especially just based off of this last year. I think we did a good job getting us um, back to some profits. We just want to see more of the profits, but um, I think we're heading in the right direction. From the previous years, we had to take out emergency loans. That was another factor too. We had to pay off those emergency loans, so it was a setback for us. Our plant utilization's at 37 percent and 34% for the low end, and then for like performance and size, it's well over 100%. So we need to get our plant utilization closer to 100%. So that's something that we will be striving to improve. You know, um, through our production. We're gonna use more automation, and our what we're gonna do is cut costs a little bit. We don't need to spend as much in marketing. So, but back to the products though. Back to the slides. Fast is the product. It was a traditional product, but now it's low end. We sold 2,531 units. It was the fourth most in the market, being behind one of our own products. And then also, as I said earlier, it was behind Acre and Ebb. It was the price was $20. It was kind of on the higher end of the low end. I think the maximum was $22. But it's still in the criteria that customers will buy it. I think if we had it at a little bit lower price, it would have sold more units. Price is the number one factor, as I said before, in the low end market. So if you give the customer a good deal, they're going to buy it. Its age is at 5.99, which is less than the required 7 years. So in that factor, we're doing really well. Now for feet, which is another low-end product, we sold the third most units. The price was at $15.75, so it was actually a lot lower of a price, which is why I think it sold more than fast. The age of the product is 10.6, and the age criteria is 7. So while age is the second most important factor in there, you're allowed to have the products are allowed to get older for low, but 10.6 is a little bit too high. I think if we had the age lower for feet, we would sell a lot more. So fast and feet had two separate things. Fast needs to be a little bit cheaper, but its age is fine, whereas feet's price was fine, but the age was too high. On to Fist, which is our high-end product. It's the worst in the market. We're not really putting any of our efforts into it. We just have leftover units of inventory that's on the shelves. We really couldn't compete in that market. We don't have a desire to compete in the market, but we still have the units in high-end, so we're still selling some. But our goal isn't really to. Our goal is just to get them off the shelves in our warehouses. So on to the next one, which is foam. It's our performance product. The most important factor in the performance is MTBF, the mean time before failure, which ours was at 27,000, which was right in the customer criteria. It was the third best product in its market, and the most important The second most important factor in mean time before failure is the performance and size. Ours was slightly off. It wasn't a crazy amount off, but I think it does need to be closer. Our performance was 12.2 out of when it needed to be at 15.4, and the size was 13.5, where it needs to be at 11.8. So we can improve the size and performance. The last product is Fume, which is size. It was the second worst product in the market this year. Again, a lot of our focus isn't on it too much, but we do want to have good quality products and make sales where we can. Again, the most important factor for size is the performance and size. The main one I just wanted to talk about is that our size of the product was 8 and it needs to be at 4.6. The margin is a little too high. We need to get it much smaller. And age is also an important factor. Our product was aged at 1.9 where it needs to be at 1.5. So I felt pretty good about that. The age is pretty good. So again, yeah, just to go over everything again. As I did say, our team strategy is to dominate the low-end market while keeping our products at a high value. As far as executing it, I think we are executing it. The way we are improving our low-end products and everything is in the research and development, we are putting the prices at where we think the customers want to buy them at by looking at previous years. So this upcoming year will be slightly different than last year. We're changing the mean time before failure, usually increasing it. The performance and size always needs to be adjusted. We're always increasing the performance and lowering the size. So I think we are executing it. I think this year is going to be big, and I think next year is going to be even bigger. As far as winning, we're not winning. Andrews seems to be the clear winner, and I think that they're probably the best company in this industry. We had a major setback that kind of took us out of winning. If we had more years to compete, I think we could compete with them and even beat them. But considering there's only 2 years left, they're a well-established company that within 2 years, I don't think we can knock them off unless they make a major error. But I do think we can catch up to all the other companies. We're the fourth best company right now as far as profits go, but I think we can jump to second place. Our products are doing well. The one thing that I feel is that low end we're doing pretty good, but that's our main focus. So for us to strive as a company, low end needs to be fast and feet need to be the first and second best products because that's our focus. The other products, they don't need to be top of the line, but being third and fourth is not where we want to be because that's our low end. We're trying to be that's our main focus. So that's where we need to strive in the most. The drill down. I would say that focusing in on our strengths and weaknesses. Our strengths are we are falling in the perceptual map pretty well. We're able to get the customer awareness very high and accessibility, so we don't need to spend as much on marketing. All our products are automated, so we do have a lot of strengths in the products themselves and how we marketed them. Our weaknesses, that we had a major setback. We had to take out loans, so we were actually in debt for a few years. That is a major weakness we had. Uh, Andrews and some of the other companies have um, a slightly higher customer accessibility. Our plant utilization is not being used the best way. We're not near 100%. We need to cut the costs down in the performance and size. Um, um, a big thing too in our weakness is the high-end products. It's costing us money to keep it, so we wasted a lot of money in the high end, and also for some of our products we actually ran out of the inventory. I'm trying to find the courier, but we actually ran out of units sold. So we need to make sure that we do a better job forecasting for this year. And yeah, for fast and for foam, we actually ran out. So that's missed opportunity of more money and more products sold. Where if you look at our high end, it says 1,120. We just have so much left over, and we're not selling them. So that's something we look to do a better job of forecasting this year. We aren't going to change up our strategy at all. So for what we've been telling you guys for the past couple of years, we're going to stick to it because we do think it's working. So I can conclude with this. This year went pretty well. And if you review the past couple of years, has been our best year recently. I don't see why we aren't going to have a better year this year. I hope I provided not just statements, but I hope that I backed it up with detail and facts, not just stated just stated statements. But we're putting a lot of efforts into the research and development, and we think our products are where they need to be. I think we're going to see a big jump this year. So we're gonna stick to the same game plan, and we look to have a big year. We don't look to jump out ahead and win, but this year we probably look to be one of the top 3 companies, and I think that is about it. Just double check. Let me see here. Yeah, that is it. It was great meeting with you guys, and have a wonderful day.